considering October is what most people call Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The coach that I've been
Those
working
little
with,
boobs.
those are
Behind
little
you.
babies behind me. They're healthy, vibrant breasts. um, so, as well as everyone knows, I got this diagnosis 4.5 months ago, and it's completely changed my life for the better because I am what I feel like is going through this like cellular upgrade where it's having me look at what I eat, how I feel, how I express myself emotionally, being aware of like the toxins that are in my body. It's just there's so many things that I'll be sharing along the way. And I started off with fasting and a fruit diet and realized that wasn't working. So pivoted and doing all sorts of other stuff. And one of the biggest lessons that I've been receiving from this is that there's not going to be one right way or answer that's going to fix this, right? So there are people who take the chemo, the radiation, the surgery path, and it works for them. And I'm like so grateful to hear that it works for people. I have this feeling inside of me though that's telling me that that's not my path, and that my path is to find ways of being able to heal my body naturally, holistically. So that is my prayer, and I appreciate you all coming together to like bring this energy of holding this vision for health, because when we talk about the breasts, it's not just the breast, it's our heart, right? It's this connection that we have to really opening up and seeing what's underneath the surface. So for me, this has been a wake up call. So, with that being said, I'm going to invite you all to come into a comfortable seated position with your legs crossed. And if you've never experienced one of my rituals, it's going to take us on a journey from meditation to movement to dancing. And I'm just going to go ahead and put everyone on mute. And that way it eliminates any distractions. And for some reason, Marcy, I can't put you on mute. So if maybe if you can mute yourself, that would be awesome. Thank you. So we're going to start with rubbing the hands together. So much until you start to feel the heat between the palms. I'm learning that people who are on a cancer journey have a tendency to have lower basal body temperature. So let's start to heat up the body. Bringing the movement to the arms, which are an extension of the heart. And then we're gonna bring the palms together in front of our heart. Prayer pose with the eyes relaxed, closed, shoulders down, spine tall. In a moment to remember the power of prayer. As we drop into this space of presence, checking into what is it that you're calling in for your own personal health. Maybe it's a healthy set of kidneys, liver, or stomach, breast, whatever that may be for you. Maybe you're feeling good. What is it that you want to amplify? I'm also learning that another powerful healer is sound. We're gonna take a deep breath in through the nose and then exhale with a very light sigh. Do that a few more times. Deep breath in. Sighing it out. Maybe even making that sigh a little bit bigger, louder. We're gonna tune in with 3 long ohms. We're gonna go ahead and inhale to begin. Deep breath in as those hands continue to press in together. You're going to hold the breath in at the top. And as you hold that breath, you're going to squeeze the root lock, so activating the root chakra, connecting us to the earth, feeling this sense of security and knowingness that we are okay, we are safe, we are protected, we are guided. Ready, you can exhale as you relax that root, relax the hands, and you're gonna let the hands rest on your knees face up. And we're gonna gently roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Inhale as you roll them up, exhale as you roll them back and down. Finding that one of the most important parts of this journey, there's so many important layers, but the thoughts, right? The mind, being aware of the self-talk. One of the books that's been really supporting me through this is Louise Hay's You Can Heal Your Life. Take one last roll, relax the shoulders down. Now we're going to place the hands down onto the knees. We're going to move into some Sufi grinds, moving slowly, warming up the fluids in the spine, inhaling forward, exhaling back. Go ahead and close your eyes if they're not already, and gaze that focus out through your third eye, that space between your eyebrows. The reoccurring message that I get is that this is a return to self-love. Just reflecting on, what does self-love look like for you? What does it feel like for you? Do your next round. Inhale up to center, deep breath in. Exhaling out, and remembering you're always welcome to invite in that sigh. And then you're going to switch directions. Again, inhaling forward, exhaling back. Every time opening up that heart center. Fluctuating between that in-breath and the out-breath. As you connect with that breath, imagine that breath as this ocean wave. A lot of times people talk about riding the waves, right? How if you've ever been surfing or watched a surfer, you see them catching these waves. And after coming back from Mexico from the moon dance and connecting with this song for the birds, they talk about being that bird that flies above the waves. So we don't have to be wiped out when a wave comes crashing. Just soar above, have that bird's eye view. Inhale up the center, deep breath in. And exhale. From here, we're going to bring the arms out to the side. We're going to inhale to bring one arm over, creating that opening in the rib cage. And then exhale, coming back to center. Inhale, opposite arm. Exhale to center. Going to continue back and forth, alternating. About 2 months after I got the diagnosis, I started researching how can I heal breast cancer naturally. And this book came up called Heal Breast Cancer Naturally. And the author's name is Dr. V, and I just started following her on Instagram and listening to her podcast. And it turned out she was doing a contest. You post about her book and share it on Instagram and write what it is that why is it that I would want, that I deserve to win the program? And I posted, I shared, and I ended up winning a 6-month coaching program with Dr. B. Going to bring the hands back to center. Going to start to twist, make circles with the wrists. So it's just this reminder of like, okay, I must be on the right path. Because otherwise, why would Spirit have put this really incredible opportunity on my radar? Go ahead and switch directions. This has been the ultimate practice of surrendering and letting go of control, right? And it's in our wrists, right, where we hold so much control. Which is maybe sometimes why people get arthritis, right, where there's this inflammation. You're going to go ahead and shake out the wrists, shaking out the arms. All right, from here, we're going to bring our hands onto our shoulders. Inhale to open the elbows wide. Exhale, bringing the elbows together. Inhale to open. Exhale, elbows together. I woke up one day and immediately thought, Qigong. For some reason, I feel like I need to start doing Qigong just to help keep my energy centered and grounded. So I've been studying Qigong. Qi being energy, Gong is work, so it's energy work. I'm going to inhale, opening the elbows wide. And one of the things that we start in Qigong is bringing awareness to our kidneys. So you're going to take your knuckles and you're just going to start to rub, circling the back of your kidneys, so right underneath your rib cage. Just going to start to make circles, maybe even patting it a bit, waking up the kidneys. And then you can even take your hand, see if it feels better. Maybe you want to squeeze the lower back. And you're gonna start to massage your rib cage. You can start to massage the hips, the thighs. Something else that I'm learning and find myself challenged because there's so many voices that I hear, not just inside my head, but outside, about what's the right path to take, what are the right supplements, what's the right thing to do to help heal my body of cancer.
It's Marcy, Deirdre, Alana.
And you can start to bring that massage up to your arms. And what I'm learning is the importance of listening to our own intuitive guidance. So we could start with our touch, using that intuitive guidance to massage. Maybe it's your neck, face muscles, your head. What is it that is desiring some more blood circulation? Remembering breast massage, so important and essential, not to just get the fluids moving, but to also have early detection. You know, the reason why I discovered this lump was because I was doing breast massage. And men can get breast cancer too. So men, also make sure you're massaging your body. Work on the belly, even if it's just using your fingertips to palpate. When you're ready, you're going to go ahead and place your hands onto the ground and stretch out the legs a bit. The hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the thighs. We're going to move into cat-cow. So inhale as you lower the navel towards the ground. Exhale to arch. And you can choose if you want to have the feet flat on the ground or if you want to have the toes tucked in, whatever feels better for you. Inhale from cow. Exhale into cat. Take a few more rounds. Remembering throughout this experience to listen to your body. If you at any point need to take a break or modify, listen to your body. And from here, we're going to come back into a neutral stance. You're going to straighten your legs. Coming into downward facing dog, maybe alternate bend, and just very slowly walk your feet up towards your hands. You can let yourself hang for a bit. I'm going to take off my socks just to have a better grip on the mat. Bringing those feet hip distance apart. And go ahead and bring your hands onto your hips. Very slowly bring yourself up to a standing position. Once you come into a standing position, taking your time, you're going to go ahead and stand with the feet parallel or the arms to the side, keeping some space between your arms and your... We're going to do some Qigong shimmering. We're just going to start to shake the body, kind of like you're on a rebounder, just bouncing up and down. You can close your eyes and feeling the center of your feet connected to the earth. This is a another very basic Qigong practice, also sometimes known as a Kundalini shake. Keeping that awareness of your breath. You can imagine the blood circulating through every part of your body. Feeling that energy awakened in your arms, chest, your abdomen, your legs. And imagine health circulating through every part of your being, to the depths of each cell. Now you're going to come into a standing position, letting yourself be in this state of stillness. Another practice I've been integrating is called the 5 Tibetan rites. So there are 5 different exercises, asanas, that we're going to do. And they're super simple. And you can start off at home if you ever wanted to do this with 3, and then build your way up to 5, 7. We're going to start with 11. So the first of the Tibetan rites, we're going to bring the arms out parallel to the ground. And you're going to find a focus in your room. It could be on the ground, it could be straight ahead. And we're going to just do this spin 11 times. Keeping your focus. Kind of imagine yourself flying through space. Once you've completed your 11, you're going to go ahead and come back into a standing position. You can rest your hands on your hips. And I'm going to let you just go ahead and let your hips sway back and forth for a little bit. Remembering the lymphatic system we have in our abdomen, our hips. So waking up the lymphatic system with this hip movement. I'm going to start to create a little bit more of an infinity symbol. So just FYI, this 5 Tibetan rites, I infuse it with some Marisa magic, so there usually isn't any hip movement between, but I like to kind of just make it more fluid between each rite. So, and now maybe it becomes a little bounce and swaying at whatever pace feels good for you, whether it's slow or quick to slow. And then coming back to center, relaxing the arms down to the side. You're going to come lying onto your back. This is what they call the J. So with your arms down to your side, and it feels more comfortable to sit on your hands, you're going to lift your head and your legs to a 90-degree angle and then bring it back down. We're going to do this again 11 times. Inhale up, exhale down. And if the opposite ever feels more comfortable, maybe it's exhale up, inhale down. Do what feels good for you. strengthening that core, keeping the breath strong. These 5 Tibetan rites are as known as the Fountain of Youth. It helps to relax the nervous system, strengthens the body, increases flexibility. And once you've done your 11, you can relax your legs down. You're gonna stretch your arms above your head. You're gonna roll over onto your belly. And from here, you're gonna place your hands onto the ground to lift yourself up onto your knees. And from here, we're gonna move into what kind of feels like a camel pose. So, hold on, I'm gonna make sure everyone is Marcy, for some reason you're not on mute, so I could hear you. If you can mute yourself, thanks. Alright, so from here we're gonna go ahead and place our hands right underneath our lower back. You're going to lower yourself back down into this modified camel, and then bringing your chin to your chest. And you can bring your toes, tuck your toes under, from your chin to the chest, and drop the head back, coming back up, and again, 11 times.
I can feel it in the air, the whispers are there, in the silence and the sounds.
Every time you lower your head back, feeling that heart center open.
And the rocks and the trees and the forests and the leaves, I can hear them singing, hear them sing to me. The universe is made
Incorporating into my meditation practice, holding the vision of health and filling into what it's going to be like when I get my test results back, showing my blood work is healthy, stable, balanced.
The song of life goes on and on and on.
Connecting to that feeling of celebration.
No matter how hard I try.
Remembering, I don't have to wait till that day to start celebrating. I can start celebrating now. This is for anything, for all of us. Whenever you've completed your 11, you're going to come back up. Deep breath in, relaxing the arms. You're going to cross your legs and then come seated onto the ground. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Place your hands on the ground, fingers pointing forward. With the feet about hip distance apart, we're going to move into a tabletop platform. Inhale up, exhale down. So your hands stay still. You're just shifting back and forth. The tabletop, back down. 11 times. Once you've completed your 11, come seated back down, bringing your legs back into cross-legged position. Just taking a moment to rest with your hands on your knees. Again, the spine tall, shoulders down and relaxed. Feeling the awakening in your muscles. we're gonna move into the last of the 5 rights. So we're gonna stretch the hands out in front of us so that we can uncross the legs. And we're gonna come into an upward facing dog. You're gonna keep the toes tucked under. And from here, you're gonna lift up your knees and you're gonna move into a downward facing dog. Maybe adjusting the feet so they're hip distance. And then coming back into that upward facing dog. Again, 11 times. Remembering if this ever feels like it's too much for your wrist, you can always come into child's pose. If you ever just wanted to rest your forehead on the ground, sitting on your hips. Otherwise, you're going to continue moving back and forth from downward facing dog to upward. Pace that feels good for you. Just feeling yourself fluctuate between these 2 postures. After your next round, once you've completed, you're going to start to again walk your feet up towards your hands. Feeling yourself hang in this forward bend. And from here, you're going to slowly start to roll yourself back up into a standing position. Back into that standing position. You're going to stretch your legs out so they're about 3 feet apart. And you're going to open up your arms as if you're saying yes to receiving all of the health, the wealth, whatever it is that you're opening yourself up to. From here, we're going to inhale, exhale, bringing one hand down towards the opposite foot. Inhale, back up. Exhale, other hand down to opposite foot. And back up. Just going to continue alternating. In the psychosomatic world, they talk about how there are certain emotions that are connected to certain diseases. And the cancer, there's a connection to apparently suppressed anger. And I just was thinking about how, I'm sure it's not just people with cancer, right? But how much emotions get suppressed. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna come back up to standing. And you're gonna take your hands, thumbs on the outside of the fingers, and we're gonna just start to box. So finding a nice rhythm, twisting the torso, and creating this like dancing and boxing motion. So if there's anything that you feel like you haven't expressed, that you've been maybe not necessarily been so open about speaking out loud, see if you can energetically get this emotion out through this movement. And if you really want to go for it, maybe you want to do like one of those, I don't know, I'm sure there's a special name for this, right? So really waking up all that circulation. Bringing it to the center. And if you want to do some like karate chopping, like get crazy, let yourself have fun with it. You can go back and forth. Maybe it's doing a twist. Kind of feels like a Thai box. Yeah, what's it called? That I used to do this back in college. Kickboxing, right? Gosh, it's like going back to the things that made us feel good. Right? Waking up all the cells in our body can let it just become a dance too. Giving yourself full permission to let go, to be free. And I remember reading this other book called Dying to Be Me by Anita Morjani. She talks about her experience with healing her body through cancer. And I love the title because I feel like that's exactly what happened, right? It's literally dying to return to our truest self. Your body, connecting to the elements, taking in the fluidity of the water, connecting to the element of air through your breath, connecting to fire with exploring with creativity of shapes of your arms, your legs. I love it. Yes. It's so good to have our dance party, our Zoom dance party with our live DJ Taz. Yes. Love it. Remembering that we have to create our own stories, right? Everyone has a story about how they healed themselves, whether it be through sound therapy, light therapy, fasting, chemo, radiation, surgery. I think I want my story to be that I healed this cancer with dancing. It's dancing that healed me. I'm literally gonna dance this tumor out. And it's a lot more fun to have people to dance with. So I appreciate you all being here to help me dance this tumor out. Dance this tumor out. It goes for anything. It's not just tumors. If there's any heaviness that you've been feeling, literally dance it out. I mean, yeah, sure, it's great to feel it for a bit, not suppress it, let it move, and then once it does, you can celebrate. Doing, connecting to the energy of spirals, right? And remembering how life is this cycle of seasons. That's something I remind myself is this is a season in my life, right? Nothing's permanent. Everything's temporary. Life is temporary. Might as well enjoy it while we're here. I love this. right before we started, I picked a card from my Nawali Animal Oracle deck. And the card that I picked is Snake. So connecting to that Kundalini energy that sits at the base of our spine, that we waken up with movement, we waken up with breath. About transformation, about pulling off that old skin, and take your hands and imagine that old skin coming off. Connecting to who is this new version that is emerging. One of the questions that my coach, Dr. V, asks us is, what is the gift that we're receiving from this experience? I'm learning all sorts of things, y'all, about ozone therapy, doing coffee enemas every day, been seeing an ancestral healer, doing some therapy with my mama. All right, you're gonna give it your all for these last few minutes. Shake it up. Yes. Letting your arms hang beside you. Just closing your eyes. Again, turning inward. Feeling your heartbeat. Taking your time, you're going to make your way back down to the ground. Lying onto your backs. This is a time where if you have a blanket, depending on the temperature in your space, to get comfortable. If that means putting socks on, taking them off, getting a drink of water, whatever that may be for you. And we're gonna make our way into some breath work or breath play. And we're going to be working with the 3 count breath. So this is the breath where we breathe into our belly, breathe into our chest, and exhale. So it's all through the mouth. Belly, chest, exhale. So when you're ready, you can come lying onto your back if you're not already. Get comfortable. You can have your arms laying out so that they're space in your armpits, letting your feet just fall out to the side. And just start noticing any of the feelings that are coming up around this. I know for me personally, and from what I've heard from others, There's sometimes resistance to this breath work. Just checking in and seeing how are you feeling towards it in this moment. Whenever you're ready, you're going to begin belly, chest, exhale, finding a pace that feels good for you. And as you continue with this breath, taking a moment to check in to see what is it that wants to be revealed. Allowing yourself to open and be receptive to that which is going to serve your highest good. And as you breathe, feeling this presence of any ancestors, spirit guides that are here for our highest good. If there's any spirit animal guides, whoever it is that you'd like to call upon to support you through this experience. Breath strong and knowing that if it ever feels like it's too much, you're always welcome to come back to relaxed breath. Let's see what happens when you offer yourself that challenge. See what's on the other side. Going to take this breath work for another 5 more minutes, so keep it up. Going to the moon dance in Mexico, I learned this song, Hubo un tiempo, there was a time. The time to return to. Turning to this time of youthfulness, of innocence, where life had a beautiful melody. There's this time where we love to fly like a bird and sing this old melody. Let this breath support you in returning to this ancient knowing, this ancient wisdom. Remembering you're always welcome to change up the pace if you want to speed up it, so you're finding this nice rhythm with the music. See if you can soar with this breath.
Tengo un tiempo que está para volver, que está para volver, que está para volver. Hubo un tiempo que está para volver, que está para volver, que está para volver. Donde la vida tenía melodía, tenía melodía, tenía melodía. Donde la vida tenía melodía, tenía melodía, tenía melodía. Déjame volar como un pájaro.
Connect to this breath,
De nuevo la
remembering this deep, soulful connection to La Luna, the moon, to El Sol, the sun.
la vieja melodía. Hey, na, hey, nay.
Feeling yourself as this bridge between heaven and earth. Feeling your spirit, your soul open up to the infinite possibilities. Keep it up, you're almost there. A few more minutes. Still inviting in the sense of expansion with each inhale. With every exhale, allowing that release. And again, returning to noticing any sensations in your body, noticing any patterns coming up in your thoughts, self-talk. Go for about 30 more seconds. Give it your all, knowing that you get to reap the benefits with deep relaxation afterwards. After your next round, take a deep breath in. You're going to hold. And when you're ready, slowly exhale. You're going to hold the breath out. No longer hold it out. And again, take a deep breath in. This time we're going to hold and you're going to squeeze your hands into fists. Squeeze all the muscles in your arms, legs, face, glutes, abdomen, chest. Squeeze. Very slowly exhale as you relax all the muscles. And returning to a relaxed breath. Any adjustments that you need to make so that you can get even more comfortable free to do so, even if it's a micro movement. Letting your palms rest facing up toward the sky, the feet flopping out towards the outside. Allowing yourself to integrate this movement, the breath. Move into the practice of Yoga Nidra. Start by bringing awareness of the space that you're in. As your eyes remain closed throughout this experience, you're still fully aware of the ground beneath you, the ceiling above, the walls around you. Complete awareness of your space. Now bring awareness to the sounds of music, your breath. There are sounds inside the room, awareness of the sounds outside of the room. Complete awareness of sound. And returning your awareness to your breath, feeling that rise and fall of your belly. Rise with an inhale, and feeling it fall with an exhale. And bringing more awareness to the breath. And start to count your breaths backwards, starting with 11. Mentally counting inhale 11, exhale 11. Continue at your own pace. Wherever you are with the count, go ahead and release it. And now is the time where we get to plant our sankalpa, our resolve. We can state this in an I statement or an affirmation. So for example, an affirmation I've been using is, I trust my body's ability to heal herself. I'm going to find out what affirmation it is that you feel called to work with. Whatever that may be, you're going to repeat it to yourself 3 times, and you're going to say it like you really, truly mean it. You believe it, you feel it in every part of your being. And once you've repeated it to yourself mentally 3 times, you can release it. You know this is a seed that we've planted. And from here we bring our awareness to the physical body. I'm going to do that by bringing your attention to the name of the body part that I mentioned. I'm going to start by bringing your awareness to your right foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, sole of the foot, top of the foot, heel, right ankle, the calf, knee, upper leg, right hip, right hand, the thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm of the hand, the back of the hand, the wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, right shoulder, complete awareness of your left foot, big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, sole of the foot, top of the foot, heel, ankle, lower leg, the knee, upper leg, left hip, left hand, the thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm of the hand, the back of the hand, the wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, the left shoulder, the crown of the head, the forehead, left eyebrow, right eyebrow, left eye, right eye, left nostril, right nostril, left cheek, right cheek, the upper lip, the lower lip, chin, the throat, neck, chest, the left breast, the right breast, the abdomen, the genitals, each and every organ of the stomach, the spleen, the pancreas, the colon, the liver, the kidneys, deep awareness of your body as a whole. The whole body together as a whole. Bring awareness to your heart, to your spine, each and every nerve ending. And again, feeling yourself as a whole. Bringing the awareness to that root chakra, that base of the spine. I invite you to visualize a serpent. And you can create whatever patterns, colors you imagine the serpent has in skin and scales. Visualize it with each relaxed breath. That serpent starts to uncoil its way up your spine. To the Mexica, the indigenous people of Mexico, the serpent symbolized the unity of existence. And the serpent has made an appearance in our cards today. There's a message of integration and synthesis. Integration and synthesis are parts of the process of weaving together spirit parts of your life into a beautiful, colorful tapestry. Visualize a serpent making its way up your spine. You start to see the serpent divide into two, and it starts to create this helix design. One serpent representing light, the other representing the dark. That dark representing the feminine, the light representing the masculine. And watching these two serpents just beautifully weave this sweetly designed helix that makes up our DNA. Each moment, there's an even deeper sense of awakening. Awakening, connecting to an even deeper sense of love. Imagine those serpents dancing around the heart center, asking to wake up your heart's truest desires. What is it that you've been holding yourself back from doing or saying? brief this lifetime is. Now is the time to act, because if not now, then when? Return to that sankalpa, return to that affirmation, and you're going to repeat that to yourself 3 times, again with feeling, with knowing. A little bringing your awareness back into your space, back into your body. And very gently bringing movement back into your fingers and your toes. And start to stretch the arms above your head. You're waking up in this sweet, beautiful dream. Dreaming awake, remembering that we get to create our reality. And taking your time, really bringing your knees into your chest and gently rolling from side to side. And coming into a twist, cat stretch, and maybe bringing one knee in as you lower it to one side. When you're ready, bringing in the opposite knee, switching sides. You can stretch the legs out. You're going to come rolling over to either side, left or right. And very gently, press your hands into the earth until you bring yourself back up to seated position.